All right, everybody. So, lost my job over a TikTok video because apparently I'm racist and offensive. But guess what? I'm not going to be silenced. I'm not going to let you people bring me down and tell me I'm not allowed to say how I feel. I'm for everybody. If you're a Punjabi, born in Canada, you're Canadian. If you're a black person, Canada, you're Canadian. You're white. If you're any race, born in Canada, I stand with you. The ones that I hate are the ones who just come to Canada and just want everything given to them. The ones coming to Canada and working in scamming call centers. The ones coming to Canada and saying they gotta wear their daggers and swords because it's a religion belief and putting us in danger. The ones coming to Canada, burning our churches down and burning down our flags and putting women and children in danger. The ones coming to Canada and fucking blocking streets because they want to pray. The ones coming here and taking away our traditions because they want to celebrate theirs. I am for every race if you're from Canada. But if you're not from Canada and you want to celebrate your own country and your own culture, no, that is what I fucking hate. You come to Canada, you go by our beliefs and our culture, and if you don't want to, get the fuck out.
There's a place where winter arrives like an uninvited house guest, and then it stays long enough to put away the dishes. A place where the people endure the wrath of nature with nothing but a good pair of boots and a shrug. A place where decency is not dead, where a handshake still means something, where the national identity is stitched together not with arrogance or conquest, but with quiet, unflinching resolve. And that place, dear friend, is Canada. If there is a refuge left in this world from the cruel absurdity of modern civilization, it is there, tucked beneath the northern lights and wrapped in the hum of a snowplow at dawn. And while other nations, with their bellowing and bravado, stagger through history in search of greatness, Canada has been quietly excellent all along, without the need for parades or messianic declarations of destiny. And it is a place built not on war but on negotiation, not on blind ideology, but on the simple understanding that if you're going to survive in a land where winter tries to kill you every year, you're going to have to get along with your neighbors. And so in 1867, in the most Canadian way possible, she was officially born. Not in a scream of musket fire, no divine proclamations, no threats of annihilation, just a handshake and a quiet understanding that they had something worth holding on to. And Canada has this strange and radical idea that a country should take care of its citizens. Universal health care is not a debate, it's a given. The idea that someone should go bankrupt because they had the audacity to get sick is as unthinkable as charging people for oxygen. And this is a country where workers still have rights, where the government does not actively wage war against unions, where the minimum wage is not a cruel joke. It is a place that still understands the dignity of labor, that does not see the working class as an inconvenience, but as the foundation upon which everything is built. And Canada does not boast, it does not beat its chest, it does not need to. Because strength is not in the volume of one's voice, but in the steadiness of one's character. Canada has weathered every storm, endured every hardship, and not with bravado, but with grit. It is a nation that has sent soldiers to fight tyranny, and not for empire or glory, but because it was the right thing to do. It is a place where democracy is not just a performance, but a practice. While America drowns in voter suppressions and political theater, Canada quietly goes to the polls with the simple belief that voting should not be a battle, but a right. It is a country where people still say sorry when they bump into you, where a stranger will help you push your car out of the snow before even asking your name. There is a humility there, a kindness that is not performative but instinctive. It is a nation that understands that real strength is not in tearing others down but in lifting them up. And if there is a last bastion of decency, a final whisper of what a nation can be when it is not consumed by greed and fear, it is Canada. It is the soft glow of a hockey rink in the winter twilight. It is the laughter of friends over crown rule. It is the unwavering belief that people deserve dignity, that community matters, that kindness is not a weakness, but the most powerful force of all. And oh Canada, you beautiful, stubborn, snow-covered sanctuary of sanity, may you never lose your way. May you never trade your quiet strength for the loud insanity of empire. And may you always be there, just beyond the border, a reminder that a nation can be great without having to tell the world about it. Defiance till death.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're watching me for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel, like my video and share my videos, because here is where we break down the real truth which most of the people are very afraid to talk about. So folks, every once in a while, a country doesn't need to shout to be heard. It doesn't need to insult anyone. It doesn't need to prove it's better than everybody else. I mean, sometimes all it needs to do is to stand tall, stay true to itself, and let the world decide what it sees. And right now, something about Canada is reminding people around the world of a simple truth. Class isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about how you carry yourself when the whole world is watching. And Canada is showing the world exactly what that can look like. If you want to believe me, let's watch the following video that I have prepared for you folks, and we'll meet after the videos so we can talk about facts.
If you haven't seen the Canadian Super Bowl commercial, do yourself a favor, either search it in the search bar or go to my page. It's like one of my last couple videos. There's a few people in the comments, well, more than a few, that are like, I don't see why this is funny, because I'm like laughing at it. It's funny because the Canadians are just known for being so kind. And then the fact that, like, during all of this mess and like heat and stuff that's going on, they are still so polite through this commercial. But they're also in a sense saying like, hey, you need us, don't F with us. So like, when you think about it, it's pretty savage. And who knew the Canadians had them in it, eh?
Hey, Donnie boy, what the fuck? Hey, you're talking a lot of shit about how you want to come fuck up Canada or something like that. I know you're trying to look cool in front of your buds there, but you got to rethink your fucking decision, eh? Because I know you think you know a lot about Canada, but it's pretty fucking obvious you don't know a lot about nothing. So I'll fucking tell you something, right? There's nobody up here. Who the fuck you gonna invade, right? Where you gonna attack? There's like 10 fucking places. You're not going to the fucking Newfoundland because the moose will take out your tanks like day one. I don't know if you ever driven up there, but don't go out at night, all right? Halifax, they ain't afraid of being blowed up, so they're not they be blowed up already. We fucking hear about it all the time. Canadian heritage minutes and shit, they fucking been blown up all the fucking time, so they're not afraid of you. You're gonna go to the fucking the French part, the Quebec there? Fucking no way, bud. That fucking you can't see for the cigarette smoke, and what the fuck you gonna do, right? You get fat off the poutine, fuck, right? That's a good thing. Don't fuck, that's not stereotype, that's fucking real, all right? You can't go to Toronto, you're not gonna fucking park. Ottawa, nobody's ever fucking there, all right? Winnipeg, you're gonna get stabbed. That'll fucking happen right day one. You'll fucking show up and you'll be like, hey, is this stab? That'll fucking happen. You're gonna attack fucking Saskatchewan. You ever been to fucking Saskatchewan? There's like 8 people there, bud. And during football season, there's fucking nobody outside, all right? So unless they're at the fucking stadium there. But you're not gonna fucking, I mean, what are you gonna attack? You're gonna show up in Regina? But it's already been attacked. No fucking point. Fucking Alberta, the trucks there are bigger than your fucking tanks. I don't give a shit what the fuck you got, but some guys up there, they got dualies and shit. They're lifted as fuck, chrome packs, the whole fucking deal. You ain't fucking dealing with that. You're gonna go to BC? You're gonna attack fucking Vancouver? No fucking way, bud. First of all, you're gonna get the patchouli smell and all that shit's gonna calm you right the fuck down, the mountains and shit. You'll just be sitting there like, this fucking beautiful, bud, and it fucking is, right? It's also too expensive, can't buy gas there. So what the fuck you gonna do? Attack Canada? You out of your fucking mind? But look, I know you're trying to look cool, like I said, I get that, but you fucking don't want to start shit with Canada, all right? We'll take our hockey players back, and you'll never win a fucking Stanley Cup again. We'll fucking take Jim Carrey back, he's a fucking national treasure. You're gonna take fucking Mike Myers back, all our fucking good Canadian shit, all right? You don't want fucking, we'll even recall fucking Wayne Gretzky. Actually, you can keep Wayne Gretzky. We don't give a shit about that guy. But don't make us fucking come down there and pull Florida up over Maine and start punching in the back of Washington. Remember, we burned down your fucking pretty house back in 1812. You probably don't know about that because your education system's for the shits. We also got healthcare up here too. So our soldiers don't care if they get smacked around a little bit because we fucking patch them up, send them right back out for the next fucking, but no, you fucking guys, you're fucking done, right? You get smacked in the chops and you're like, fuck, lose your house. So calm the fuck down, leave Canada the fuck alone. I know it looks like we're not agreeing on a lot of shit up here, which sometimes we don't get along. That's fine, but we're like fucking brothers and sisters and shit, right? Like, we can fight amongst ourselves, but if you start shit with us, oh fuck, man. We're all together, okay? So now go fuck yourself, bud. Yeah, congratulations on being president and shit.
I love coming here. And the rumors are true, the stereotype is true and everything. Y'all are very polite. Y'all are incredibly polite. So everything, I mean, it's all the stuff that people said it was, it is, and it, you know, y'all are very polite. Truly, truly. You're very polite, but you're not nice. No, you're not nice. No. Look, if you bump into somebody and they drop something, you'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll give you that. But nice, no. No, because you see us come over. You see citizens of the United States come over. And we're struggling, and y'all do a thing that's not nice. Y'all look at us, and y'all are like, that's not nice. In fact, I'm gonna read it to you right now, just so, look, I'm gonna read this to you right now, just so that I make sure I quote them correctly, all right? Because this was crazy. I couldn't believe this when I saw this. This is wild. Okay, so you know all this stuff going on at Taco Bell, right? Well then, Taco Bell, okay? Taco Bell, Canada, Taco Bell Canada went ahead and posted online, we want you to hear it from us. We take your health and safety seriously. We've seen your comments and want to assure you that none of the affected lettuce made its way into our Canadian restaurants. So go ahead and satisfy that craving. See you soon. This is wild and unacceptable behavior. Y'all all supposed to be Taco Bell. What happened to the Taco Bell family unit? What happened to that? That's crazy that Taco Bell Canada is like, oh, we're not that Taco Bell though. That's crazy. You know how bad your Taco Bell gotta be for another Taco Bell to be like, oh, we're not dirty though. Because they typed it, no, it's all the punctuation is correct and everything, but they did the thing that y'all do. It's polite, it looks like a little letter and everything. It's not nice. That's not nice at all. It didn't make it into our Canadian restaurant. Why would you say it like that?
To microphone number 2.
Sego Sogwego, Canadian Cody Dibo Ujets, Hondo Ikadene Redzahias. I am the Grand Chief for the Mohawk Council of Gunnawage, who currently, we'll say, houses many of the Quebecois on our unceded territory. It is still our land. Our ancestors were there. My ancestors were there when your ancestors arrived on boats. But I would like to have a conversation with you in a different forum so we can discuss that in more detail. I know we're limited on time, so I want to give conversation or points for my colleagues as well and fellow other chiefs. But I welcome you to Gunnawage, and we can have a conversation about what our relationship should be and how your people can start packing up.
This is not how we treat Canada.
You cannot.
I ask everybody to bend over and pick up some garbage and put it in a garbage bag, because if you respect this land, you won't leave trash laying around like this. This is so disgusting. Awesome. This is so beautiful. Oh, wow. Why you want it? Perfect. We're gonna pick up garbage. Because this is not how we treat Canada.
So the lady that's filming this has gone to an event. She's Indigenous. She's gone with her children to an event. And when you're at an event, you expect the grounds to be clean during the event, correct? Yes, okay. Now, there was garbage all over the place. Nobody had garbage bags, as you can see. And they were saying, oh, well, we'll clean up after the event's over. Like, excuse me, no. You clean up now while the event is still on, because nobody wants to sit there at a dirty event. Nobody wants to walk over garbage during an event. Are you well? Clean it up. Get some fucking garbage bags. Bring them with you. If you're hosting an event, you have the responsibility of cleaning it up as you go. This is Canada. This is what we do. Please keep our country beautiful. Stop throwing garbage everywhere.
Let me tell you something about Canada.
Yeah.
Alberta, Canada. Shout out to Alberta, Canada.
Shout out.
The most, and I mean this, dude, the most beautiful women I think I've ever seen in my life. I'm dead serious. Riddled in Canada, specifically in Alberta.
Things that happened to me while I was visiting Canada that would absolutely never happen here in Atlanta. I just left the country for the first time ever by myself, and I went to Canada. Starting off strong, I posted TikTok about this already, but when I was going through security, or I was actually going through customs, the border control lady was like, oh my god, I love your set. First of all, the fact that she even acknowledged my existence was insane, and so I was taken aback just by that, but the fact that she complimented my set absolutely threw me for a loop. So I was trying to find the bus that I needed to go on to get to downtown Toronto, and of course I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was just kind of wandering around, didn't know where I was going. They have like people just like roaming who work for the airport. I was like, do you know where the bus is? And he was like, yeah, he was like, I'll actually take you there. And he walked me all the way there to the bus, which turned out to be closed, I guess, because it was a Sunday and it was late. So he ended up walking me to another train. It was very kind. He talked to me the whole way, like asked me if I was in Canada, was just very friendly. I get on the bus, I get to my hotel. I stayed at the Delta Hotel. It was super nice. When I was checking in, the guy was like, what are you doing here? Like, whatever. I was like, I'm actually here to like film the conference, whatever. And he was like, oh, like you're filming? Like, I'll upgrade your room. It had a beautiful view. It was like a suite or whatever. Insane. So I was ordering DoorDash like pretty much every day just because I was really busy with the conference and then going home to then like film content and edit it, or not film content, to then edit it. So I would just order DoorDash. And one of the times that I ordered DoorDash, I lost track of time and the dasher arrived, and on the thing it was like meet at pickup spot, and I was like kind of running late, whatever, and so I was like, you can just leave it with the front desk people. And he was like, no, like I'll wait for you to come down. And he was just like patiently waiting downstairs for me, and I was like, that would never ever happen in Atlanta. One day I went to Starbucks and I had my water bottle peeking out of my luggage, and I ordered my drink, whatever, and then I was like, oh, can I also get a water? And the Starbucks barista was like, oh, do you want me to just fill up your water bottle? It was like my wallet or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, that is so kind. Like, that would literally never happen here. The Starbucks here doesn't care if you are well or unwell. I can't say the other words I want to, but you know what I mean. I've had a lot of people DM me and message me and say that Toronto is actually the snobbiest of all of the Canadian cities, which is shocking to me because literally everyone I met was a saint, and maybe I just got really lucky and I only saw like the good parts of Toronto, which is very possible because I stayed within like a 5-mile radius the whole time I was there. The last thing that happened was I was sitting in the conference and I was like running because I think it was like the last day and I had to pack up all my things and get there. I was like sweating and I was sitting next to this girl, and I don't know if this is necessarily a Canadian thing. I think this was just like a kindness thing, but she offered me her fan and she was like, here you go, like without saying a word. And I was like, that is so like considerate and nice and thoughtful. Like things like that just do not really happen to me here. It made me realize that I'm also like guilty of not being the friendliest to strangers just because it's like how I've been programmed, or like kind of how other people are, and so then I also behave that way. I know that's like kind of an excuse and I shouldn't be like that. So anyways, it definitely was eye-opening and made me want to be nicer to everyone because I think the world would be a better place. Love y'all!
Anywhere in Ontario, and it doesn't matter what race, what creed, what religion you're from, I'd be saying the exact same thing if it was another community as well. But enough is enough. You're bringing your problems from everywhere else in the world, you're bringing it to Ontario, and you're going after other Canadians, as the Prime Minister said, unacceptable. I got an idea. Before you plan on moving to Canada, don't come to Canada if you're going to start terrorizing neighborhoods like this. Simple as that. You want to come to Canada. You want to be a resident of Ontario, you get along with everyone. I don't care what background, what religion, what race you come from.
Look, Canada is not the United States. And I think all of us know that very profoundly.
Yeah, folks, welcome back again to my channel. You are very welcomed. And there's something special about the way Canada is viewed by so many people around the world. For many, Canada represents a place where different cultures can exist together. A place where you can come from somewhere else, other countries where you're coming from, build a life and still feel like you belong here. And let's be honest with each other, folks. No country is perfect. We all know that. Canada has its challenges too, just like every other nation. But what makes Canada stand out isn't perfection. It's the attitude. It's the willingness to say we may not agree on something. We may not agree on everything, but we can still respect each other. That's a powerful message in a world that sometimes seems to to divide people. And maybe that's why Canada continues to capture people's attention across the world. Because while everyone else is busy fighting over who should be heard the loudest, guess what? Canada often seems to understand something different. You don't always have to be the loudest in the room. Sometimes, quiet confidence speaks louder. And that's what many people see when they look at Canada. They see a country with a strong identity, a country that can be proud of its own culture while welcoming people from around the world, whether you're black, whether you're white. That's a form of strength that doesn't always make headlines. But people, trust me, people notice the slightest things. And people remember the slightest things. So, folks, perhaps that's what true class really means. It's not about pretending you have no problems. It's about how you handle those problems. It's about treating people with dignity. It's all about knowing who you are without consistently needing to tell everyone who they should be. And this is where Canada has something genuinely special. The maple leaf has become more than just a symbol on a flag. For millions of people, we all agree this. It represents kindness. It represents diversity. It represents resilience. It represents the idea that you can be proud of where you come from while still making room for someone else. And that's a message the world needs right now. Because in a time where people are increasingly dividing, there's something refreshing about seeing a country remind the world. Strength and kindness can exist all together. We all know that. You don't have to choose one. You can be strong and compassionate. You can be proud and welcoming. You can stand your grounds, just like Canada, and still treat people with respect. And perhaps that's why Canada's image continues to resonate far beyond its borders. So, folks, Canada, if you're watching this, here's the message. The world is seeing you. Not because you are perfect, not because you have all the answers, but simply because there's something about the way you carry yourself that people genuinely admire. Folks, we all know this. The world is watching how Canada moves. And maybe, just maybe, the greatest compliment isn't being called the most powerful country. Maybe it's being remembered as a country that made people feel welcomed. A country that stood for something. A country that showed that confidence doesn't require arrogance. And that strength doesn't require cruelty. So, to all the Canadians watching me right now, stand tall. Keep your identity. Keep your spirit. Keep your kindness. Because in a world that's becoming increasingly loud, Canada just reminded everyone that sometimes the classiest voice is the one that doesn't need to shout. So, folks, to all of you that are watching me for the first time, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more deep dives and like my videos so that I can get along with you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. God bless Canada.